Take screenshots, roleplay, sit back and relax. Leave enemies alone, be kind. No pressure, no stress party. We just enjoying the vibes. Woohoo! I just love that. Just floating. Tiny Yesu. So small. Like I said, I do not know how much arting I will do, but at some point we will take a look at people's art that they have drawn and posted. Unless there is one particular critter. If we stop at one of the critters that I really love, then I might doodle it, but we'll have to see. Like I said, my setup is not as conducive to drawing. Alright. Okay, Ardbert time. Ahem, ahem, ahem. Alright, everyone here? Look alive, we're about to get moving. Odd place, the Tempest. Saw it plenty on the surface. When it still lived up to its name. Offer for sailing. Waves towering and torn by storms, so it whipped up without warning. You'll see the evidence of that down here. Bird. Bird. Anyway, you don't need me to tell you things have changed. This big air bubble, not even chief among them. Ah, and fair warning. Up until this whole mess, the best that could be learned of all this life was what was washed up on shore. I'll be doing my best, but this is a wild, unknown place. I still have to... Sorry, I'm looking at the yokai lantern over there. I still need to finish Rakan. Let's get moving. We'll head south first. Alright. Good thing he's my friend and I can see his name. Whee! Little caravan. Ah, this music. I love it. That's why I turned off mount music. Because we just get to listen to Armorot for a while. Gives the trilobite a big hug. I mean, the trilobite deserves it. Is that what we're gonna look at first? I think they're adorable. And they are just one-to-one a trilobite. Yay! Alright. Now we just get to see Ardbert get beat up for 3 hours. Friend alert! Here's our first stop. This round fellow is called a trilobite. Watch the claws. They can crush armor if they get their snippers around you. Yeah, because it's not really a trilobite, because trilobites themselves, as far as we know, we're closer to, like, hermit crabs? I apologize, there's all this other stuff in the corner. I guess I can turn those off. I should have done this beforehand. Beans is here! Beans McGee's here! They're a wonderful artist. Oh god. Ancient sorts, these trilobites. Something about the general crabbiness is success out here, and you'll find the lungs darn near everywhere. Lugs, dating back long as anyone's ever recorded. There's about 1 million varieties of the thing, but this sort's one of the oldest and biggest. Well, biggest known, anyway. The thing about the Tempest suddenly opening up before us, it gives an eye into a world nobody on the surface ever got to see. La Brea, which one is older? You or the trilobite? La Brea is older. La Brea says, excuse me. I think technically La Brea is older because I'm assuming the trilobite is one of the creations. Legend goes they're bigger. Before the flood drove out the appeal of faith, there was a whole religion organized around this giant trilobite, the Ondo called Deacon. A massive bright red thing. The legends are to be believed. I think we fought that? Old as anyone could know and revered for its longevity and docile, determined strength. That sounds like a hunt. I'm trying to... I forgot how to not show things. Display settings. No. Is it HUD? Is it? Nope, it's not that. Character? UI? Display. HUD. The mini-map, Gil. Main scenario. How do I get rid of duty list? Hey, okay. There we go. All right. That's the secret to these trilobites. Most anything alive starts dying off after some point of age. The body just doesn't last forever, and you can't beat time. Even the longest living sorts will decay, unless you're a trilobite anyway. Heard it called biological immortality, and the phrase fits. Well, I want to display... Because I don't display party names. Display targets. In MIDI list. This one? Oh, okay, others. Others. I don't want to see when targeted. Oh, it's party members. Other PCs. Okay. I want to show my friends, but I don't want to show other party members. When targeted... How do I do not... Oh, NPCs? Minions. Ah, beautiful. Boink. Hey-oh, there we go. Now it's very clean. Wow, look how clean it is. All right. Of course, if you're some giant thing of a trilobite with the full force of an entire faith at your back, I suppose that makes the perfect circumstances for a hale and healthy life. So it goes, folks around here still see the thing some 100 years after its faith was lost to the white. To be frank, I can't imagine it'll see much more life without the water helping hold up its shell. But the sky is back. Maybe the faith will crawl back with it. Ah, wow, you can see so much of the screen now. It's amazing. Where did bears go? Bears, where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay. I was just making sure that I could still see. I know, there are too many people. Anyway, trilobites. See the thin legs on this fellow? This is deep under the waves. There's not too much air to speak of. Not enough to fill the blood and bodies of thick, muscular critters, certainly. So their legs get thinner the deeper you go. Means a little less meat per crab, but the lack of seasons in the deep means they'll spawn year-round. So they're never hard to come by. Now, I don't know if there's a similar sort of vibe with crabs in the real world, because if you've ever seen any kind of deep sea critters, look up a yeti crab. They're wonderful. They hang out near the deep sea vents, like where those, like there's like the superheated areas at the very bottom of the ocean floor. They're like fluffy looking and white and very thick. And they're really cute. But they're, I don't necessarily know if, Thancred, why are you fighting? Thancred, stop. Thancred. Well, now he's gonna die from bleed. Well, there he goes. Thancred, shun. Shun that Thancred. Irradiated again. Irradiated. So much for its immortality. He's intentionally here too because he's a traveler. Well, thankfully there are a lot of trilobites around. We can go hang out at that one over on the other side. How long does it take for them to respawn? I wasn't even paying attention. Oh, people were trying to G-pose. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know how long he'll respawn. Tisk tisk, Thancred. But yes, highly recommend looking up yeti crabs. They're wonderful. They, like I said, they live near the superheated vents at the very bottom of the ocean, with many other strange critters, might I add. Honestly, if you want a fun time or a scary time, look up deep sea creatures, which I'm assuming most of these are based on. But I don't necessarily know if it means thinner legs. There are some huge ones that also live near the superheated vents that do have these like extremely long legs. But yeah. Crab. Oh, it's back! Huzzah! The return! Replacement crab. Oh, a second crab. Oh, I see. It was a mount. Two of them. Axel voice 2. I don't even know that was... Oh, I remember. I need to get the new crab from the... Uh-oh. I think I'm like just outside. Okay, yeah. Don't move. No, chocobos, stop that. Do not attack the trilobite chocobos. I need to get the blue crab from the tomes. Because, heck, if I'm going back into the firmament. Anyway, trilobites. Like I said, they are probably the ancient predecessors to what we now know as like hermit crabs. And this one is definitely a lot more like hermit crab coated. Not that there's much to change from above water now. Turns out that most of the water in the world turns to white crystal. We don't see a lot of seasons, but that's beside the point. Any questions? Crab questions. It was a gift. Emissary privileges? Yeah, this guy will not be doodling. If we get to one of the cute dragon things, though, I'll doodle that. Convocation loot. I like that one guy just taking it. No one has any questions about the crab? I have a question. How big are they when they hatch? That's a good question, Vivi. I want to know what a group of trilobites is called. And if they don't have a name, we should figure out a name for what a group of trilobites is called. I think a scuttle. I think a group of trilobites should be a scuttle. Ah, how do they taste? Just like the last nature party that we did, I forgot who asked every single time, but every single time the same person asked how do they taste. I was like, they're back. How's the sound, by the way? Am I loud? Is the music... The music's just quiet in general, but do... How, Okay, good. Like I said, if they don't have a group name, a scuttle it will be. I like how it just instantly heals back. He did die once last time. Only once. I'm dying to know. Ah, they're pretty solitary sorts, but not out of aggression. These big slugs just don't benefit much from group living, but you'll see them in groups around whale falls and other feeding events. Called a cast, far as I can remember. A cast. I prefer scuttle. I will be referring to them as a scuttle. The animal groups could have several names, you know. My favorite one is a dazzle of zebras. A parliament of owls is also fun. A murder of crows. A wake of vultures, also entertaining. A cast. Interesting. How big are they when they're born? I bet they're... Oh, I have another question then. How many do they have in a clutch? They taste like crab. Not really sure how you describe crab. Fishy? What under the sea doesn't taste like fish? I don't know. I'm not a fish expert. Though I've heard crab is good, question mark. I don't eat meat. Okay, but consider. A convocation of crabs! A convocation of crabs is also good. Oh, as a culinary main. Oh, do you know they're... Yes! Thank you, Lahabreha! I got Lahabreha's approval. It is considered a scuttle now. There you go. Lahabreha would know. He probably created them. Does the tail sting? Another good question. Look at all these good questions. I like when there's good questions. Not that what they taste like is not a good question, but I like biology questions. With horseshoe crabs, which is a close alternative to this one, it can, but again, it's mostly just defense. Fun horseshoe crab fact, their blood is blue. Meteor last name. Oh, they're tiny when they hatch, small as your fingernail. Oh my gosh! And look nothing like a crab, more like these tiny little spider things. They're larvae, technically, not quite the tiny baby crab you might be hoping for. This is accurate to actual crabs. Well, like, more like horseshoes. Again, like, the horseshoe crab is probably the closest adjacent. All beans. But eventually they'll molt and probably be tiny crabs, you know? They go through... Well, it sounds like they go through complete metamorphosis. Whereas crabs, I think, in general, just go through incomplete metamorphosis because they start out as tiny crabs. Like, tiny fiddler crabs are really cute. But they'll eventually be tiny crabs after they molt. Another fun time. We said the fun time is looking up deep sea critters like the Yeti crab. Look up baby fiddler crab. What's the Norvant version of Old Bay seasoning? I don't know. Ancient Bay? Would it just be Ancient Bay? Ancient Bay seasoning. Yeah, because, like, it's interesting to imagine, but crabs are decapods, which means that they have 10 appendages, and they're closer related to scorpions than they are fish, because scorpions are also technically like scorpions are not in the larger part of the word insects. They're more invertebrates because they have the 6 legs and then the pedipalps and the pinchies. They eat just about anything, but scavenging is an easy way to get a meal down here. There's plenty that falls from above, and bits dropped off by more ferocious eaters. Algae and kelp are popular enough too. It's starting to get more complicated now with the water drawn back. All those little schools of fish are long gone from these waters. Someone named their chocobo horse. But yeah, so crabs, lobsters, scorpions, all of them are in like this weird decapod branch of invertebrates. Even though scorpions, like a lot of people like to put scorpions in the like insect category, but they're more like, again, they're more closer to like crab territory. The tail's just a tail, far as I know. Good for maneuvering in the water and a lifesaver if they're flipped over. The belly's a risky spot to have exposed, so they use the tail to flip themselves over. That's what horseshoe crabs do too! Yeah, horseshoe crabs also use their tail to flip themselves over. But yeah, they have blue blood, and there's been a lot of studies done with it to see if there's uses for, is it migraines? I need my phone, but I'm trying to remember what they were studying the blood for. But it was some kind of, like, remedy, not cancer. Hold on, I need to get my phone. I have to cross-reference. I am not an entomologist and or like invert biologist. I'm a bird, like, ask me bird, reptile, and mammal questions and I got you. But like insects and fish are very like, whoop, like not in my wheelhouse. All right, let's see. Horseshoe crab blood. Horseshoe. Miracle vaccine ingredient. Oh. Oh. Oh, they actually use the horseshoe crab blood to test the COVID vaccine. Interesting. Yeah, so yeah, the reason that they test the horseshoe crabs is because it says when the cells meet invading bacteria, they clot around it and protect the rest of the body from the toxins. So they basically use the blood to test the effectiveness of the vaccines. So yeah, it's unfortunate for the horseshoe crabs. But Thank a horseshoe crab next time you get your booster, which I think you can get. And I, as a science person, a person of science, I highly recommend getting the new booster whenever it becomes available. I know I will. Alright, that's enough. Let's head north. Alright, off we go! And my little bike. Let's go, Alpha. Oh, he's on foot. Can't go too fast. There he goes. Why am I so fast? I don't think I have the riding map to this area. It just naturally goes faster. Oh, these guys! Oh gosh, if it's these guys, then I will doodle. I will doodle these. I love them. When I was leveling my blue mage. I was sad every time. Oh, there's the deacon! There he is! That's the guy that Ardbert told us about. It's that Speak of the Crab, I guess. There he is! Yeah! Bye, giant crab. That they need to add crabs to the island. We need crabs. Let us catch. Also, I love how at FanFest someone was like, "Please increase the pasture size." I'm like, "Yes, please. I need more than 20 animal friends." Oh, there is. Oh, there is. There's the blue crab, right? But it's not that crab though. Ooh, which one are we doing? Nice. If we go back and do the dragon, oh, it ate that leech. If we go back and do the dragon one, here we are. Charming face on this lad, isn't it? This is the Cleonid, and they're vicious, terrifying creatures. It is a little creepy. Oh God. We are just north. We're north of the nudibranch slope. 27.7. 27.7. The Nordavant. I've never had to say it out loud. The thing about Cleonids is that they're just as fragile as they look. That shimmery sort of drapery like a ball gown, its thin, soft flesh likely to tear at a moment's notice. Worse now with the water gone. They're lucky enough to be able to use the water-charged aether left in the humid air to keep afloat, but they're on thin ice. Yeah, they're just floppy, fluffy fins. That shoe bill just standing in the AoE. Oh, eat that leech. Their face almost looks like upside down. I wonder where they eat the leech. You should have seen them back in their glory days. You'd see them now and then if you chose to dive deep. Used to be calm hunters would find them. Clam hunters would find them. It's not the face you see first, it's the odd sort of sound like a child crying under the waves, this displaced whimpering, and if you followed the sound, you'd see this figure. Big billowing sheets of glowing light and a child's wide-eyed face staring fearful out of it, before the dang thing snaps its neck down and shows you its real face, situated on the back of that mimicry of a head. Kinda like a League of Legends, what's her name? Belveth? Yes, Belveth. There are several critters, like deep sea critters, that have false heads. There's also several critters that have like 2 jaws. Like the goblin shark. I'm sure you've noticed how friendly it is toward the leeches around here and the mean-looking tentacles that pop out. I have noticed. Pain. Oh, did you die? Why did you die? What happened? Oh, always have your sneak on, friend. I can't, there you are. I was like, I can't target you. Where's my hug? Where's my embrace? There. Alright. I saw someone die, but I didn't know it was you. There's that handsome face. Awful to look at, but there's fascination in the mimicry of it all. With fragile flesh and that ever-present glow, they're terrible at defending themselves and hiding, both. So they rely on leading their prey to them. One of their favorites, these soft-bodied leeches, see those eyes as the calling card of some of their own favorite prey. So they'll come close, hoping for a meal, and get snapped up in the Cleonid's waiting jaws. There are several critters that do that. Most notably, anglerfish. So you probably have heard anglerfish use their little glowy orb, and the fish think that it's food, and then they go snap. Nice demonstration. Thank you. I like how it bothers to stop whatever it's doing so that it can eat the leech. As for anything that can pose a threat, they've got a second trick. They'll spit up their own stomach acid, spray it around, and cloud the waters with it, biting the eyes of anything that gets too close. Gives them time enough to get away, or get a good enough chunk out of whatever's on their tail to chase it off. That's like a sea squid, or a sea cucumber. Sea cucumbers do that. They'll basically, like, inside out their stomach and goes out of their body and go. And so they do that as a way to like scare off their predators, like, hey, look at this. It usually works. And then they just suck it back inside. Sea cucumbers are weird. Valuable, but weird. Ah, there's no denying that that face is a little too familiar. A little too much like a person, isn't it? Aye, they're happy to feed on leeches, but learning to whimper and cry like a babe isn't picked up for leeches. They've shared the sea with the Ondo for too long not to have learned how to attract their real favorite meal. Ooh, that's creepy. Just a little creepy. Oh, nice. Good view of that one. But yeah, so far, this is very close to kind of how a sea cucumber operates. It's like a sea cucumber mixed with a jellyfish. And it said there's a tiny one. Sorry, someone has like a tiny one as a minion. It's not a pretty sight. Leeches are soft and easy to pierce, easier to rip up and eat, but your average Ondo fisher is covered in scales. Takes a whole lot of peeling to get into anything a Cleonid wants to eat, and they're not always so courteous as to kill you first. Oof. Take it from me, and I don't listen too close to the sounds. Wait, take it from me, and don't listen too close to the sounds you'll hear out at sea. Oof. Scary. Happy Halloween. Also, thank you everybody who's lurking. I hope you're enjoying the fun little tidbits and information here and there. The soothing sounds of my horrible fake British accent. If anyone is doodling, feel free. Yeah, thank you. If anyone's doodling, feel free. You can't share the link in the chat, but you can just say, hey, I did a thing. And at some point later tonight, we will be looking through the, on Twitter, and seeing all of the wonderful nature art party doodles. So feel free to say, hey, look for this name. Like I said, I'm trying to choose who I want to doodle, because I'll doodle one of them. Right, that's enough horror for one sitting. Any questions? Also, if you're in chat and not here at the event, if you have questions, I can always relay it to Ardbert, and he will hopefully answer. Would you eat one? Ah, yes, there's always has to be that question. I would. I feel like it would probably taste like a squid. It wouldn't have a lot of flavor. Because its body is probably made up of mostly water, like jellyfish. Because jellyfish are like vague nerve endings and water. They're like 99% water. They don't even really have a brain. I am tempted to ask what a baby one looks like. Because I assume that they also go through metamorphosis. Perhaps I shall ask. I shall put it in the chat. I certainly would not. This is to the eating it question. Yeah, they're practically just water and chew, and they melt into this awful film if you take them out of the water. Most critters like them are poisonous enough when eaten to kill you before you can finish chewing if the texture isn't enough. That's what I figured. I do like the like. Oh, I have another question if no one asks it. Tour. I want to ask about bioluminescence. Because it seems to me that they have a bioluminescence, like that's how they make the light in their eyes. And a lot of deep sea critters have bioluminescence just because like light doesn't really reach down there. Very educational. It's true. We're here to learn tonight. Nice. I like how her job is just to like bring the leech over every so often. And it's strange because like they don't eat it because the body's still there. It doesn't disappear. They just kind of like take its essence. They take a few shapes before growing up into this charming face. They're just like this tiny little larva first floating around. Look like little dots in the water, feeding on tiny little bits of food floating around. Cute. Oh, that is interesting that I did notice that they were making themselves bigger. Oh, there it goes. Oh no. He ran away. Uh-oh. Get back here, you. It didn't even eat it. Glittery sorts of things, a bit pretty, really. I support it. Anyone else have any questions for Ardbert? have any particular ones, aside from the bioluminescence. Maybe I'll ask that. Oh, so it gets bigger when it eats the leech. Oh. Don't feel bad for the leeches. They're cute enough, eh? Until you realize that you're the two-eyed face they're so coveted eating. And the cute face hides circular rows of teeth. They're beautiful. The leeches are kind of cute. It's got like little feather fins. I'm looking at it right now. It's kind of cute. It's, you know, just in general, design-wise, it's neat that there's even a mechanic where predator and prey interact with one another in the game to create something like this. Like, it just goes to show that the monster designers know what they're doing. It's just kind of fun. Teach me the ways of bioluminescence. There we go. They can be all sorts of colors, especially once you start getting real deep. If the Ondo stories are anything to go by, they'll glitter all sorts of colors. Attracting mates, maybe, or different prey, hard to say. Not a whole lot of people seek them out to figure it all out. I mean, that's fair. If they're just gonna eat your face. I don't know about you lot, but I'm ready to be far away from this baby-faced beast. Let's get moving before it's no acid left for dissolving its last supper. All right. Run, Ardbert, run. Giant sea gelatin. Bye, giant snail. I wonder where we're going next. Are we gonna look at the weird shrimp crabby things? Or are we gonna look at my dragons? It's my boy! Oh, are we gonna look at my boy? I want this mount so bad. Oh, okay, we're gonna have to draw this lad. I love this lad. Do you know who this is based on? There's a beautiful sea slug. A nudibranch, as it were. I love them. I forgot what it's called, but it's like a fairy or a, I forgot. Oh god, that was a wide range. Oh, I want that mount really badly. What's the nudibranch? Oh gosh, blue fairy nudibranch. I love seed flags. There it is. There it is. Blue dragon. Yes, it's called, yes, it's the blue dragon nudibranch. The world's most annoying AoE. Okay. Here we are. This jolly fellow is our next subject. This is a Tempest swallow. Charming face, isn't it? They look like happy sorts. Because I know someone is going to try. Don't pet it. I'll get to that later. I will stay as far back as possible. He's so cute, though. I love him. Let's see. The critter is one of the prize stock of the Tempest. They're jelly eaters and slow, good-natured sorts when they're not poisoned by the light. Hardly likely to take a bite out of a swimmer and seldom seen at the end of a fishing line. They're more likely to see them in these giant herds. They're called them blue fleets for how purposefully they drift about. Oh, he's so cute. I like his little noise. Oh, God. He's so cute. His little face. I love him. Does he have teeth? No, he's got no teeth. But yeah, they're literally almost 1-to-1. The blue dragon nudibranch. Oh, no worries. We are currently 2712. That's where we are. We crossed that little bridge after the Walls of the Forgotten. I know, some sea slugs are just crazy. But these guys, the blue dragons, are my fave. Can I... Whoop. Okay, someone put it. Thank you, Thancred. Alright. They'd sweep through gulfs on days when the jellies were out and poke their big doughy heads above water to suck them up. See how he's inflating himself to float up in the air like that? Aside from being a right brother, it's the best way a soft-bodied creature like it can get around. They swallow up air bubbles to surface, then squeeze the air out of their mouths while taking bites out of the biggest, nastiest jellies they can find. Makes this funny sort of squeaking sound. Everyone just goes flying. Yes, I think that's why he cautioned us not to pet it. He said, no petting. But yeah, if you've never had a chance to look up sea cucumbers or like nudibranch, they are beautiful critters. But there's the thing about jellies. Most of them are poisonous enough to put you in the infirmary at the slightest touch. So these fellows figured out a way to keep eating their favorite snack. They've got a thick slime, acts like a buffer between themselves and the stingers of jellies. They'll bite off the stingers in big chunks, coating them in slime in their mouths and swallow them whole. Yep, it's a mount. I want it. Don't you have to, like, you have to do a particular amount of fates, right? Is it a particular fate or an amount of fates? I don't remember how to get this guy. He's so cute though, but a boop his face. He's like a big derpy pancake. It's true. Most of the jelly just gets digested, but they've got a special process for those stingers. Each one eaten gets moved through their body and integrated into their own skin. See those glowing feather sort of fingers? Each one is loaded with concentrated toxin more deadly than all the jellies in the sea. Taken right from the bodies of their meals and turned to defenses of their own. What is neat is that poison dart frogs do exactly this. So, poison dart frogs, there's an ant or an insect that they eat that the toxins get basically absorbed into their body and then excreted through the mucus. And the toxin, again, doesn't affect them, but obviously other things that eat try to eat the frog, obviously get poisoned. Other fun strategies that animals have to not get, like, poisoned is they eat clay. So there's a type of monkey that will eat clay. Parrots, too, will also eat clay to help basically get rid of those toxins in their body. It nullifies the poison. All right. Makes those fleet of feeding swallows a little less friendly. Not so bad when they're on a ship, but anyone in the water is not long for this world. Doesn't help much that the things are so well camouflaged. Can't see them for anything from the surface with the molted blue skin and glowing like light on the waves. And the pale belly makes them near invisible from below. Best to just listen for them squeaking as they eat and steer clear until they've had their fill. This is called counter shading. So many aquatic animals employ counter shading, where basically the top is dark and blue or black and the color of the water, so that if you're a predator looking from above, you don't see it because it blends in with the water. But the bottom is white, so that if you are a predator looking from below and looking up, the light from the sun makes it hard to identify the animal. So sharks, penguins, seals, dolphins, like most aquatic animals have counter shading as a defense mechanism. So that's what it's called. The more you know. Okay. I don't know how much more he's gonna say, but I'm gonna attempt to move away from my position and draw him, at least a very derpy him. Maybe I'll wait until he asks for questions. I'll wait till there's questions. All right. There's a trick to it all. See, the Ondo love those fellows as livestock. They've got this soft, buttery flesh, spongy and mild, lasts well in water, soaks up flavor, hardly takes chewing to eat. But it doesn't pay to have livestock so poisonous that hurting them could kill you, so the Ondo cultivate their own feed for the swallows. Inert, stingless jellies that won't fill their stock with poison. That is exactly what happens with poisonous dart frogs. Because again, if you don't feed them those things that make them poisonous, then they will not be poisonous. So we, like, where I work, there are poison dart frogs in the collection, and they are not poisonous because they don't eat that kind of food. So it's the exact same. He's so far away now. He's so angry. I love that you can see the glowing reflection on the ground underneath him. I think that's a really cool feature. Bam. Of course, then the bubble formed. Soft-fleshed beasts like the swallows dry up without enough water, and they can't get enough lift to surface without water giving them buoyancy. To make matters worse, their favorite foods are increasingly scarce, without tides tossing jellies and their prey into the area. Don't tell me they're an endangered species. Must protect. A blob. Good job using arm's length to not get pushed. These ones are lucky. The Ondo will do anything to keep them hale and hearty. But I wouldn't be much surprised if the rest of the swallows are forced to move in towards the shore soon, chasing what little food there is left. No, protect the swallows. Alright, I wonder if questions will be soon, because I want to doodle this lad. Uh-oh. I was like, he's a little too late. Ardbert just goes flying. I hope someone draws Ardbert going flying repeatedly. Okay, questions. Alright, I'm going to attempt to move to the computer so that I can draw. Wish me luck. Alright, success. I have moved. Okay, let's see if I can make this work. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so these were some of the art party doodles that I did last time. So we have some quality long neck twisty birds. We got the ancient lizard. I loved this guy, he was my favorite. But let's get into it. It's time for a cute boy. Thank you. All right. It's time for a cute lad. Let's see if we can doodle him. If it wasn't obvious, I probably won't be reading the questions, so I apologize if I missed some. All right. He's got a very, like, wide face. He's so cute. Yes, turn him this way, Ardbert. Gotta move him. There you go. How many he got? He got a lot. How many feather things is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-ish? And they're like progressively getting smaller as they go down. A good lad. Okay, and then he's got body, and then more feathers. And just like last time, I'm gonna try and keep it to like more of a feathery, like watercolor brush. What'd that tail do? to make it more like I'm like actually doing biology, like sketches in the wild, I guess you could say. He cute. Oh, look at him! Okay, are there... He's got like littler ones up here. It's pointy. Okay. Cute little buggers. They got teeth in there, but the blobby looking face tells a story of violence. This thing couldn't hurt a fly. Oh, it's got 2 sets. Oh. He is longer than I thought. But yeah, it's fun, you know, like, it's interesting when developers, like, when something is just so weird that you don't even have to make up a creature, you could just take it from real life. That's the deep sea for you. Okay, we're gonna make you smaller. Very rough color time. I tried to... Very smart me just attempted to eyedropper the OBS. That would not have worked. So he's kind of like... Okay, so he's got a lighter color underneath. So let's do like a base coat. Oh no! Gotta find the holes. Oh, there are many. Did I find them all? I did, okay. And then he's got blue, like gaps. Darker blue on the outside? Yeah. What? What? No, what are you doing? Okay, that's what I wanted. I need a different brush. Oh no! What color is his tail? Okay, his tail has the dark on the very end. He's a cutie. Someone is not impressed. I missed what happened. What did I miss? Now we need an add glow. Softer. Meow! Just Ardbert going everywhere. Can it be stunned? They might be able to be stunned. There he is, there's our boy! Cutest boy in the land. I should, hold on. Can I do a very quick Ardbert going flying? Versus axe. I don't know what axes look like. Wee! Are we leaving? Oh no! Alright, let's move on. Heading back to the cups. Then starting our descent. Follow close. It's easy to get lost. Oh no! I didn't have time! Okay, I'm going. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm coming. Okay. Hop, hop, hop. Where'd they go? They said they're going back to the cups, right? Where are you guys? Oh no! I lost you. Okay, I'm at the cups. Where did you go? Did you go down? Oh crap. Oh yeah, okay, down, okay. Do I remember where that is? Oh, here we go. Alright, what are we? We found a friend. Oh, Nautilus? Anopolis? No, we're still going. Okay. I may have gotten lost! True, Core. True. Oh, God. Are we going to the Anopolis, I'm assuming? There's not really much else down here. Yep, the Anopolis. It's like a weird squid thing. Okay. There it is. The Anopolis. Okay. It's like made of rock? Because it's got moss on it? It's got barnacles. At least it just has a cone. No more slamming Ardbert around. I'll have to finish that drawing though at some point. Okay, watch your step. It's slippery down here. Here, this is our next stop. This innocuous looking sort is Anopolis. Don't let its innocent, empty looking eyes fool you. It's a right gnarly one and the most violent creatures in the sea. It's like a squid. It's a nautilus mixed with an octopus. Anopolis. Noplius? How many limbs he got? 1, 2, 3. He's got 6 limbs. Looks like. Because he's got the 2 long tentacles and then 4 on the outside. Anopolis are hungry, opportunistic beasts. Don't let the shell fool you. They might be related to snails, but they're much closer in form and function to margrar. Monks on the source, far as I can remember. Oh, okay, yeah. These sorts just traded out the liquid soft body and flexibility for their own homegrown home, the shell. They grow a shell. So it is a shell. Okay, so he comes out from underneath the shell. And I do like the algae. The algae and the barnacles grow on top of it. I wonder if they ever grow out of their shells. Like most mollusks. So yeah, he's more like a hard-shelled squid. It is like a little helmet though, it's kind of cute. Yeah. Like a bean. A baby with clubs for hands. Oh, that's fun. He's got a paralyzing ink. Oh, poisonous ink now. Oh. They'll eat just about anything they can get their arms around, and quite unlike their squishy-bodied cousins, getting food in their mouths is just about the only thing they seem to think about. The rest of the brain power is relegated to finding the most direct ways to do it. Lucky for them, and just about nothing else, they've got a whole host of tricks for subduing what they want to eat. I would think, because it looks like they poison first, and then they follow up with a paralysis attack? Or they have both options. Ooh. Yeah, there's the paralysis cloud. I mean, it's like most squids. Squids do have the ink that they can use, and then some squids, not squids, but jellyfish have like a electrical pulse. They zap you. Sting. You know what this, so the head reminds me a lot of what's called a man of war. If you have not looked up a man of war, they're very cool. They're this giant jellyfish that basically are their own like neural network and city. And they have these like little critters that like live inside them. Like it's really weird. See, the Nautilus might be omnivores, and they'll eat plants. They'll eat plants just fine, but the promise of a rich meal of meat is too good for them to pass up. But these soft bodies make them easy pickings for anyone with so much as a sharp boot. So they've got tricks for keeping their prey still. See there on the end of their arms, those little slits? Each arm has a tube on it leading back to a gland filled with bursting toxins. So the arms do it? The little knobby things? I like their big, thick little tentacles. One arm's straight up poison, the others are neurotoxin. Makes the body lock up. It's strong enough to paralyze just about anything that can fit in these caves. They'll spray that about in the water, wait until their prey is too stiff to fight back, and then use their last little weapon, those ridges on their arms. Yeah, I was wondering, the little bumpies, what they were for. Yeah, it's interesting. Sometimes they do the poison and then follow up with the paralysis, and other times they just do one or the other. Smack. The ridges are made of those rows and rows of fine interlocking teeth smacked into a surface like flesh or scale. Those teeth dig into the soft spots, and they're near impossible to remove. Once they've got their arms locked onto something, it's the end of that. They're viciously strong and well enough known for tearing their prey limb from limb before starting to eat. Man, everything just wants to kill you down here. True to life. that reminds me, like, skin teeth are an interesting concept. So technically, shark skin is basically that, where what are they called? Denticles? Dentricles? I think they're called dentricles. Lucky enough for anyone traveling, though, they're slow, at least slower now than without the water. Used to be they'd travel by jetting water out of the siphons near their eyes, but with the water gone, they've had to resort to ambush tactics, hiding in these mossy shells pretending to be rocks. That's what I was thinking. What are they called? Denticles. Denticles. Shark. They are called denticles. I was correct! So yeah, so with sharks, they have denticles, and that's basically shark skin is modified teeth that covers their body. That's why if you rub it one way, it's fine and slimy, and the other way, it's very rough and scratchy. But that's what it reminded me of. Speaking of the shells, they're fine stuff. Diving and beachcombing for the discarded Nautilus shells is one of those practices that the flood couldn't stamp out. Used to be that stumbling across a big intact one like this fellow wears would net you a fine sum. The inside of the shells has that signature mollusk coating. You know, the sort, that pearly, pretty sort of shine. It is like, the shell is so wobbly, like a helmet. I know my question when we get to it. There's something going on in the comments. You can imagine that baubles and jewels made of the material that shimmered and shone like a piece of light itself was popular stuff back then in the days of the first light. Those rare shells with dark pigmenting, turning them oily black, were bad omens. You can still find those now and then, tucked away in those hidden churches of the dark. Oh yeah! We learned about the churches of the dark. The last time that I attended the Nature Art Party, we met one of those little fuzzy weird things that were part of the Churches of the Dark. I forgot what it was called, but it was weird. It was like a little fiend. Ugh, I have a question. My question. Okay, I need to type it. Want to be hugged by its appendages? I mean, personally, no, because they have teeth. Could one theoretically beat it in an arm wrestle? I mean, theoretically. Hypothetically. I like Vivi. Vivi got the good questions. Maximum size. What's the maximum velocity of a something laden swallow? African or European? Oh, velocity. Suppose it depends on what you want out of a hug. If it's to be slowly crushed, poisoned, and torn apart, then they're the best around. I mean, I wouldn't personally choose that type of hug, but... to each their own. I wish to know if they changed their shells. You could absolutely arm wrestle them, though. Floppy armed sorts might wrap their tentacle around your arm and tear it off. And they've not got much of an elbow, but you'd win before you'd lose the arm. Nice. I mean, that's what counts, right? As long as you win. Yes, great answer. Oh, how long are their lifespans? Another good question. The shells are permanent. They start growing them while they're still tiny little things and keep adding to the structure as time goes on, forming new chambers to trap in air. Crack one open and you can chart their age by the number of sealed off chambers in each shell. Ooh, ah! I wonder if that's based on real mollusks. This one says count the bands on the shell. Whoa! Average lifespan of mollusk range. I love this answer. So I was looking up how to age a mollusk, and the answer for their lifespan is like they can live between 1 and 47 years. Like, that's a big range. That's an impressive range. It can be 1, or it can be 47. I'm covering all the bases. Their maximum size isn't too much bigger than this fellow. At a certain point, those shells are just too heavy and they don't benefit from a trilobite's eternal life. This one's a fine example of a well-lived Naupolis life. Interesting. Someone's fishing! I hear fishing. It's fine. I mean, we're not here to spell, we're here to learn about animals. You don't need to spell, it's fine. Ardbert was apologizing. Oh, who's hurting the Naupolis? Did someone accidentally... Yes, yes, Macho, we're here. Yeah, someone else was like, I wasn't aware that they weren't Nautilus. That's because they're based off them, I'm assuming. You know what they remind me of? What, isn't there a Mario enemy that looks like this? Maybe? Like a punchy octopus? Maybe from a different game, but it's very familiar. Oh, it's the Pokemon. There's a Pokemon. The punchy octopus Pokemon. That looks like this. Yeah. I forgot what a Clubpuss. I don't know. Alright. Their long-lived swords live some 20 years or more. A funny thing on that note, the light filling the sky, there wasn't much way to measure time. No days, no seasons, no change at all, but Naupolis still grew at the same old rate. Yes, Clubpuss. That's what it reminds me of. Who's fishing? Oh, over there. What you catching? Nothing, apparently. Is there a window for a certain fish up? Wasn't a bad way to measure time, checking the chambers of harvested shells from captive stock. Ardbert's giving us a tour. I like all these random people that are just like, what's going on? What is this? We're just staring. We're enjoying nature. Aww, they're cute. Yay. Respectable. Have a nice day. When we go to questions, I'm gonna try and finish that doodle. Lost. Yeah, I also got lost. I feel like if you're gonna get lost anywhere, this is probably the point. Y'all are entertaining. Respect for Essie. I don't know if I have any other questions. Are we moving on? I think it's about time to move on. I fear we have overstayed our welcome. Anyone have octopus questions? I know they're very smart, very flexible. They know how to open jars. They're not the ones with a hind brain, but there are some critters that have like two separate parts in their nervous system that connect. Like it's a bridge between where their brain is and where the limbs are, so it allows them to be able to process faster. But I don't think it's octopus that do that. Although they think dinosaurs did that though. Octopus babies are polyps. They're very small and cute. They get beaks. They got beaks. The squids have beaks on the end. Alright, I'm sure this fellow is bloody frustrated and he can't tear me apart. I'd like to leave him to his fuming. Let's move on. Alright. I don't want that one. Umbrella time. Alright, where are we going? Oh, more down. Oh, cross the giant coral thing. Okay, I'll be careful. Oh, sea anemones. Like a floating sea anemone. Are you gonna go hang out with the sea anemones? I will not be drawing these. They're fine and all, but... Hey! Gold! Somebody get that treasure. Oh, a ship! A boat! This is fun. I killed a lot of these while leveling my blue mage. More gold! A blimp. Ooh, are we gonna go? Oh no, they're part of the fate. I was like, can we go talk with them? They're pretty. Where are we going? Ooh! Whoa! That's a beautiful color variant. Wow, I've never seen a manta ray that... Oh my gosh, these are gorgeous! Whoa! Look at those colors. Look at that beautiful stingray. I am also working on this mount. We'll stop here. So look at this fancy fellow. A handsome set of markings on this one, aren't they? This is a stingray. I wish ours looked like that. Yeah, I'm working on the mount. Beast tribes, they take so long. So pretty. I'm gonna doodle this guy. I just love those colors. Looks like it looks like if Lisa Frank drew a stingray. That's what it looks like. Oh my gosh. Rev your engine somewhere else, sir. Yeah, I could see these on my binder for school. My Lisa Frank binder. Bit of a favorite among the island folk, these stingrays. I always loved looking at the big swarms of them that would swim by all bright and beautiful against the waves. If you were lucky, they'd drift onto the shallows to rest and let the little reef fish pick them clean, and you could swim out to greet them. And then they would eat you. We have roughly an hour left, gang. I think the next one we'll take a look at the Nature Art Party tag and see what people have been up to. Of course, that was a different time, and the light poisoning set in quick on the sea-dwelling beasts that dared go to the surface. But they're a curious lot, the rays. No hands to speak of, and their mouths aren't much good for playing the same part. But they touch you with their mantle fins as they passed, just as curious as any island-trapped kid, I'd say. Ah, yes, I too would touch things with my mantle fins. dropped my cube. I just love the, like, subtle shininess. And all the spots on the tail. That's right, we're not going to see the Cubus today. I'm sad. Everyone loved the Cubus. Best to keep your distance these days. If this ornery fellow was much to say for it, the poisoning made them just as aggressive as every other beast on the first. And they got their names for a reason. Well, sort of, anyway. The sting part is a bit of a misnomer. There's not a single stinger on them, and you could wring them dry and not find a drop of venom. Interesting. Then why are they called stingrays? Their red eyes. The sting is that jet of water you'll see it spitting out. They've got those big pouches in their body they can fill up with gulps of water. And then they'll tighten their guts and close off their throats until the water is forced out in a pressurized beam. Suppose that part of the name fits well enough, at least. Sting something awful and aimed well can do a whole lot worse. Kablam! Except when it misses. Ugh. Okay, I'm trying to think of what questions I would like to ask. I think I want to ask if they're related to the ones we can find in Stormblood. I don't remember where that's, like, the turtle place is called. What is the turtle place called? They bear a striking similarity. Ooh, or maybe I'll ask, can they be tamed? Ruby C? Yeah, there you go. Can they be ridden? Can you ride them? If you had one as a pet, what would you name it? Oh, okay, oof. Alright. Still, there are plenty of beasts down there who can do more than put out an eye without the courtesy of warning you. Even with their change of heart, they're still a popular sort. Huge, relatively peaceful things that couldn't do much harm if they tried. The giant mouth is just there to filter in as much water as possible. They've got these tiny little thorn teeth lining their gills like feathers. When they open their mouths and swim, little bits of food and tiny creatures get stuck. I know there's something else that also has that. It's kind of like a whale shark, except they don't really have, let's see. No. Here it is. It's called pharyngeal teeth. And the throat of yeah. It's throat teeth in like suckerfish and loaches. Ah, the noble loach. Yes, but they're basically teeth that are in the throat. It's like combs. So very similar. I can't do much harm to the likes of you all. Really, they're more a threat from you than you are from them. That beautiful striking hide might serve as a warning, but it's the biggest weakness they've got. Not a leather worker in the land will pass up working with a material so colorful, and the tiny scales make it an impressive form of armor, tanned correctly. Let's bring one home. True. Like I said, my question was going to be, if you had it as a pet, what would you name it? I am in agreement. A bit of good luck, perhaps, that they've been forced deeper into the depths with the bubble keeping them from the surface. With the Tempest calmed and trade returning, can't imagine it'll be long before our eyes turn back to these striking fellows. Any questions? Yes, question! That's my question. What would you name it? Chat, what would you name your stingray? While he answers that, I'm going to attempt to move and draw this thing. Wish me luck again. Here we go. Oh god. Thank you, Bears. For a second I thought you were saying you were going to name it Bennett. And I'm like, honestly, Bennett's a fine name for a stingray. Oh, good. Someone brought up the Ruby Sea. Good, good, good. Yes, can be tamed. Are they able to be tamed? Yes, yes. Bird. I'd name it Bird. I mean, it does look like a bird of paradise, to be fair. Alright. There we go. My first beautiful boy. I unfortunately have to make you smaller, beautiful boy. Beautiful boy. Become smaller. There. What would you name it, Ardbert? The world must know. Alright. Where are its eyes? Oh, its eyes are red. What would I name it? Darned if I know. I'm terrible at names. They'd best come to me on the spot or I'll end up being called Big... until it is its name. They're handsome though. Fine devils, these. I don't curse, but that's very funny. That's its new name now. It's very floppy wings. Phew. Too thick. Like I said, the next critter we're gonna take some time and look at some nice nature art party doodles. I like when people draw the scenery, though I will say the scenery this time is very samey, so I don't know how many people are gonna be drawing the scenery. Though there are some lovely, you know, bioluminescent things. So the base of the body is a yellow color. It's got a purpley tail. That extends. Taming them comes easy. Used to see the Ondo on the shore with them now and then, faring whatever goods they'd bring to seaside markets. Lost a bit of popularity when land dwellers earned themselves a hated name. They could breed them out of the light poisoning. You'd find a good companion in this lot. Indeed. Yellow greenish teal, like a teal towards the end, kinda. And it's got all the little spots. Goes to the face than I thought. Like I said, Lisa Frank's Stingray. Some of the Bio, welcome. For once, the Ace Attorney music does not burst my eardrums. I turned it down enough. Hi, Bio. How was 13? You were playing 13 tonight, right? Welcome, everybody. We're learning about sea creatures in Final Fantasy XIV and doodlin'. Hello. Thank you for the raid. Hopefully you are all using your sub points to make glazed donuts win, the superior donuts. I'll take the silence as a yes. I'm doodling the stingray at the moment. We've been to see how many critters so far? 5? 6 now at this point? And if you're in Final Fantasy XIV and you would like to join, we're over on Balmug Crystal in the Tempest. We're just looking at critters. Ardbert is giving us a tour. Alright, there he is. A beautiful creature. Well, thank you for rating, and thank you those that followed along. I appreciate it. Tonight is a very chill, just kind of learning about the wonders of the world of Final Fantasy XIV. We drew this little guy. He was a ton of fun. This is based on a real-life nudibranch. Called a blue dragon. But it's a Tempest swallow in the game, and it likes to slam Ardbert around. So we learned. And then we have a beautiful stingray here. I don't know what's next on the agenda. But I think we have 2 more critters, at least 1 or 2, before the end. Okay. This is my interpretation of poor Ardbert getting slammed around. If I remembered how to draw an axe. Perfect. Okay, heading back over. Wish me luck again that I don't trip over cords. Alright, we're back. So yeah, so far we've seen, we saw the Naupolis. We went and hung out with the Cleonids. We had the Stingray, the Blue Dragon, a crab. trilobite. So I'm wondering what's next on our journey. How's everyone doing? Enjoying the nature art party so far? I always think it's a fun little thing. Like, I just love the creativity of the Final Fantasy XIV community to just think up things like this. Oh. That's why I don't even bother. I'm just like, meh, doodle. I don't have the brain power to do an actually good art piece tonight. We're just doodling. But feel free to share if you want, if anyone's done some arts. Bears, are you drawing anything? Oh, you're doing like physical medium? Ooh. Nice. I am too weak to try physical mediums. Oh, hey! How's it going? Thanks for stopping by. How did the Reconnect stream go? Yeah, the lore is very fun. Ardbert, you know, Teakbird, the one who does this, does a good job of staying in character. Yeah, nice. Yeah, I'm sorry that I missed it, but I'm sure it was great, and I'm looking forward to next Friday, my stream. Alright, that's enough of that. We've got one last beast. Ooh, to see before we wrap things up. Follow close, we've got a good ways to go. Alright, so I need to find a mount that I want to use for a long time. We will go in the tiny bubble. Mooiz, mooiz. Alright. This is the last critter of the night. We'll see what we're ending with. I wonder where we're headed. Uh-oh, you okay, bears? Did it break? And you know, art parties aren't about skill. Art parties are just about having fun. You're dead! Oh no, bears! Do you need revival? Did someone get you? Are you okay? Oh, okay. Oh, you're good? Oh, okay. Exactly, yeah. Low stakes practice is right. Oh my gosh, so many birds. Well, maybe they don't scale, because these birds are roughly the same size. Ooh, fishy bones. Oh, we are doing one of them. Nice. A Danbania. We are at 614. Underneath the ground. Here, I'll see if I can get back. I don't even know the path that we took to get here. This is our stop. This diminutive little beast is a Dambania. Give it some space. They're awful small compared to the last few critters, and there's a lot of you trying to see it. The kelp forest is cool. I'm gonna try and go back up to the top, bears. See if I can find. There you are, there you are. Alright. You got it? You died! Bears! Where are you? Did he revive you? Well, you just had to wear your sneak! Where did you go? I don't see you. Oh no! Oh. Well then, don't be Fisher. You can be something else. Okay, I'm here. I think I can still hear him. When he's yelling, I should be able to hear him, right? They go down here. Oh crap, no, they didn't. Ah, shoot. They went further down the tunnel, right? Oh yeah, here. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I went up. Oh crap. I went up instead of down. There they are. I guess I can't hear. That sucks. Oh well. Alright. It may not be the most striking fish in the sea, but it's hard not to be a little fond of a beast with such a strong sense of personality. They're troublemaking little things and the scourge of just about every— there you are! Of every fisher this side of Nordvent. Those spines on their jaws, see, it's all hard bone and sharp as a blade, perfect for cutting through nets. You're alive! And you look great! I love that outfit. Yeah, look at his mouth, is so weird. That definitely reminds me of of like a goblin shark. I'm glad you made it alive, bears. You're alive. Sometimes to escape capture, but I'd swear the little devils do it for fun, zipping by in a flash and leaping out of the waves to cut through fishing lines before swimming away. Where the fishing's rich, they're worse. They'll patrol the area like wolves before schooling and swarming a full net, slicing the thing to pieces and devouring the entire catch. That's not very nice. But I like their, like, skinny little bodies. I was hoping we'd do these, because remember we ran into them in the Fate. I do like all the bones around us, they're really cool. I might ask about those. Do you know who the bones belong to? Oh, man. A right bother, but you've got to give them credit for making themselves so well known. When they're not making a Fisher's Day worse, they'll gather in schools around a single leader, these giant, heavily toothed types called bulls. Usually a big female with a whole school of males. Bother her herd and she'll charge. Nice. Girl boss. We love a girl boss fish. Did you know there's a species of fish that is all female? Well, kind of. So basically what happens is cichlids are one type that can do this. But if there are no viable males in the area, like within range, they'll actually change sex to become male. And or I don't know if vice versa. I think maybe vice versa. They're almost like hermaphroditic. Yes, hermaphrodism. Another advantage. Most of the critters down here can manage without water. We've seen that well enough. It's no great thing, but that's enough water. There's enough water, ether in the air, and humidity to keep them alive. But these fellows do one better. Those billowing fins are like sails, and they've learned to manipulate air ether too. Put a Dunbania in a desert, and it'll just start to fly. Well, that's fun. Yeah, checkerboard cichlids. Hermaphroditic cichlids. Yeah, if the dominant female dies, the larger male changes into a female, and the next immature fish in the social order becomes a male to form a new pair. Yeah, they're weird. Fun fish tidbit. There's also an entire, I think I talked about this last time, but there's an entire species of lizard that is only female. And everyone is basically just like a genetic copy of the other one. I do have a Twitter that you can follow. Thank you for asking. If you, can I type it in the chat? Oh, hold on. I'll do it in a second. Used to see these things all over in the arid regions long lost to the flood, but it still serves this deep-dwelling ones well enough. The seals suffer from this bubble. There's no denying the damage. But well, it's nice to see some familiar bothers like this, just a bunch of pain. Wait. Oh, it's nice to see some familiar bothers will be just as much of a pain tomorrow as they were 100 years ago. Yeah, fish in general they evolved a very nice body shape and system that they haven't really changed much at all over time. My Twitter is thus. If you can follow my art one is at the FFXIV-Nature. I'm Fox, by the way. I don't know if I introduced myself at the beginning. But the one where I post all of my streams and everything like that is FFXIV-VA. Either one of those work. Thank you for your question. Any questions? I've got more to say, but not on these devils. Ask away. Well, I wonder if he's gonna talk about the bones. I want to know about the bones. I'm asking about the bulls. Because it's like naked mole rats. Or beehives. Maybe there's only one female in a group. Or they'll fight over territory. But that's how naked mole rats work. Naked mole rat, there's a queen. And the queen is the only one that can breed. And she is the more dominant female. Oh, they asked my bone question. But yeah, naked mole rats are very weird. They're very insect-like mammals. Yeah, I'll be posting my little doodles that I made a bit later. I always feel bad because I never draw a lot, but I'm too busy looking at other stuff. Someone asked if they could be eaten. Gotta ask it every time. It's tradition now. They don't really look like they have any meat on them at all. They look like they are just made of bone. Scribbles down some notes. I technically have that emote, I think. Tell me about the bones. Alright, well, while he's typing, I'm going to move over and see if we can look at some of the beautiful artwork that's from the Nature Art Party so far. Oh, there we go. Okay. They can have a few eye. They're angry territorial sorts, but with enough of a herd, a few bulls will band together. Better chances of keeping their territory that way. Serves the herd better too, and water's rich enough to feed that many hungry mouths. It's no surprise it's less common to see these days. Less food means smaller herds, but herds with a sisterhood of bulls weren't out of the question once. Ooh, ah! A sisterhood of the traveling bulls. A very different book. Alright. Oh, so cute. Oh, so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me find... That's the wrong one. There's already... Hold on. Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay. Alright, we're gonna take a little look-see at some of the art. go. Okay, we're taking a look-see at some of the art. Okay, they fight like, well, bulls. These side-mounted horns grow huge and heavy on the bulls, and their fins are more extravagant. It's a big intimidation fight at first, flaring their fins at each other to see who'll take the bait, then charging those same frills to cut them right off. Ooh, ah, intense. Some queen, as someone said before, queen behavior. All right. First off, this is adorable. A little animation, cute. Ooh, the bones! Oh, there's the stingray. Oh, you can't see it. Hold on, let me move it some. There we go. Oh, that's so cute! Poisonous, unfortunately. That's so cute. I love when people make it look like the actual, like an art book. Can tell the oldest bulls by the way their fins would be all ragged tatters, like proudly flown torn sails. Interesting. So cute. I love that one. Oh, gorgeous. Look how nice this environmental painting. So pretty. Oh, Almarat, look how pretty that is. Xavier, good job. 10 minutes late. Oh my gosh, look at the swallow. I love the face. It's so cute. Oh, I can't take it. That is a friend. That is a friend shape. Oh, beautiful. Lovely colors. I like how they did the water too. They've got some meat on them, a bit bony. Not all appealing to eat, if I'm honest. Spend most of the time picking the bones out of your teeth. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Oh. Gorgeous. God, man, I need to just take a day and do landscape painting. I like how they chose like a paper background, like a notebook. Very cute. Oh no, it looks like a monkey. So cute. Oh, there's Meteor. Meteor doing a good job. Oh, what a good friend. This looks like a Pokemon. Oh, it's so cute. Nice. That's gorgeous. You are an artist. You are a wonderful artist. Oh, these are so cute. Oh, very nice G poses. Oh, there he's gonna get to the glowing bones. Good, good, good. Oh, these are pretty. Oh, wow. Man, look at those pictures. To think you can get that good, like, graphical detail in this game. Oh, beautiful boy. Lighting, very good. Oh, that's a good boy too. Ooh, bam, action shot. That face! They've seen some stuff. Have you posted any of yours, All Roads Home? Here we go. Oh, that was the old one. Ah, yeah, I'm gonna post mine afterwards. This one's so cute. They're all so good. Yeah, I'm assuming a lot of people will post afterwards as well. Love it. These are very beautiful. I I just love that they all have a lot of character, and I really enjoy that. Alright. Well, looks like that's it for now. So I'm gonna pop back over while Ardbert tells us about the glowy bones. And we're back. Okay. Okay, Ardbert, tell us the lore of the giant bones. 'Cause there's a lot. What is everyone's favorite critter that we've seen so far this evening? Mine is definitely the Tempest swallow. I want that mount so bad! One day. Yeah. Oh, really? Nice. Yeah, I do like the lore. Like, the lore behind this one's really good. Why are we showing off our skills over there? Ooh. Yeah, that one too, like, again, I like the juxtaposition between, like, predator and prey that was evident in it, and just, like, in the design overall from the devs. Like, a lot of thought went into how it, like, plays with the environment. Alright. Seeing these fossils brings it all back. The way they glow out of the walls like crystallized light. Who's to say why they glow like that? If they always did, or if they swallowed up the poisoning of the aether. And the destruction of this world lit them up like beacons of what came before. But whose bones are they? It's easy to get lost in it, like I said. The grandness of what must have been alive down here long ago. It takes a long time to form a fossil, longer than any records go back, even before most all history was wiped away. Yeah, because this is pretty deep. Yeah, this is pretty deep in the cups. It's still here, under the waves, proof of something that lived. Puts it into a different perspective when you see it like this. I spent a long time grieving a home that'll never be the same. But then you see something like this. Time played out on the walls of a cave. We'll never know what these creatures were like, but we know they were alive. Very poetic, Ardbert. Here, follow me. There's one more place to see. Ooh. Where are we going? I'm gonna get my Alkanost. Yes, favorite mount. wonder where we're going. I really haven't explored this area at all. I did for fishing once. Oh, wow. Sorry, I didn't notice, but the glow of the phoenix on the cave, beautiful. Nice effects. Oh, where did Ardbert go? Oh, over there. Ah, ending here of all places. There it is. So pretty. Oh. I remember the dread of the first time I saw this place. Not just this phantom of a city. I mean the whole thing. The Tempest. This vast, sprawling land under the waves, every corner filled with life the likes of which I've never seen. It's everywhere. That life that bursts from the seams in places you might never have seen, might never be able to see. Gone in a second, before you ever have a chance to think to look. Treasure those critters that are around today, 'cause they might not be around tomorrow. Love the swirly twisty towers. This world didn't get a chance to fight back. What's gone in the flood don't leave marks in caves. Better to wander with your eyes open, to know that the places you'll never see are just as deserving of life. Like the deep sea. Also having a moment of silence. It struck me when I saw those caves and the brilliant walls of the city right beyond, how similar they are. Glowing bones and tower windows, long gone the lot of them, but forever has never been the point. Once they lived. I remember. It makes Selk flinches. It makes sense. I'll see you next time for our last stop in Ilmeg. Yay! Cheers for Ardbert. Yeah. And that's a wrap for the nature walk. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. Really special. Look forward to more than anything else. The next walk will be the last for a little while. That was so lovely. Thank you. Where's my inventory? As always, hanging out in the tag. Feel free to hang out as long as you like. Nice. Well, thank you everybody for joining. It's always so fun. Yeah. Yay.